Hey mamas and papas, it's your boy Momo, and I'm back with another video. Ha 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 ha, oh that's Momo. Psych, hey mamas and papas, it's your boy Momo. And welcome to my channel. Hopefully you've liked, comment, shared, and subscribed. I'm sorry, I'm about to get a little comfortable right here because I got some things I want to tell y'all, right? So, it's 2020. You just saw my last video. My nose broke. My eye almost got slit out my face. Like, just a lot of stuff has been going on really crazy at the end of my 2019 year. And you know, it's 2020. I'm seeing a lot of posts like rule number 1 for 2020. Don't focus on what happened in 2019. And I can agree to that for an extent. And I can agree on the don't dwell on it part. But at the same time, I feel like in order to have a good 2020, you need to reflect on 2019 and really internalize what it's taught you and what you went through so that you know what not to do and how to go about 2020. You know what I'm saying? Because if you totally forget and act like it never happened, then that's how the same things will occur, and 2020 won't be any better than how 2019 turned out. You feel what I'm saying? So here's just a little list of like 10, 11 things that 2019 has taught me, right? So the first thing, 2019 taught me never give up, honestly. Like, giving up is the real failure. If you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, the only thing that can happen is is progression. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it's a baby step, a centimeter, another centimeter, now an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches. Now you got a foot, 2 feet, 3 feet. Now you got a meter, 1 meter, 2 meter. Now you got some yards, some kilometers. You'll get somewhere if you keep going and never give up. Giving up is failing, you know? And you'll never know until you really try. And that goes to my next point. Mistakes are good. There's no rule book to life. There's no right way, wrong way. Everybody has their own version of their life because everybody's different. You know what I mean? And granted, society has this set standard that you have to be married and working and just the whole shebang. And it's like, really? Make mistakes, because nobody's the same. Nobody's perfect. And the only way you'll learn and know what not to do and how to do things better and how to grow is if you make mistakes and you go the wrong path and you fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn how to fuck up in order to learn how to do better. You know what I'm saying? If you never fucked up and everything is perfect for you, you'll think that that route is it. And granted, some people are just fortunate enough to never fuck up, I guess. I don't know. I'm human. I fuck up all the time, and I find that when I fuck up, it's always a lesson. Like, yeah, I ask, why is this happening to me? And da-da-da. But then you have to ask again, why is this happening to me? And then you take the lesson out of that, you learn, and you grow, and you apply it to your life, and you do better. You feel what I'm saying? Boom. Number 3, 2019 taught me to be and live for myself. Honestly, that's 2 in 1. Like, be myself, because that's the only way I will be happy. If I be myself, if I live for myself and put myself first, because at the end of the day, nobody got me, nobody got you like you got you. Yeah, your mom, yeah, your dad, yeah, your sister, yeah, your boyfriend, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, these people will not always be here to your last breath. You are going to be the only one there, and you are the only one that has your back. You are the only one that makes sure that you eat every day, that you get up in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to put yourself first. Then, if you're like me, I'm the type of person, I take care of everybody, damn near. But I've come to that realization in 2019 that I can't take care of everybody if I'm not good. You feel what I'm saying? So I have to make sure that I'm good. And I have to make sure that I'm myself so that I can influence others to be good and be themselves. A part of that is accepting your flaws. Like, you are you. Your flaws is what separates you from the next Jane Doe, from the next John Doe. You know what I'm saying? We're all black, beautiful human beings out here trying to live, trying to strive, trying to work, trying to grind. What makes you different? Not because your hair is pretty long, because the next girl's hair is pretty long. Not because, excuse me, you got the freshest J, but because the next nigga got the freshest J's. What makes you you is that silly mark across your face, that beauty mark on your back, that blemish on your eye, that broken nose and now it's tilted to the side. That's what makes you. Your flaws, your goofiness, your fuck ups, that's what separates you from everybody else. Your flaws are what make you beautiful. And that is what pushes you through life in this universe. That's what gives you purpose. That is what grounds you to being you and nobody else. The next thing I learned was be patient as far as people go. You know, like, I've learned this over the years, but 2019 really showed me that everybody was not raised like I was, you know? And I can't put everybody to the same standard I put myself, because granted, I wouldn't have done that like that, or I wouldn't say that, or I would have went about it this way, but that's not you. You know what I'm saying? That's not them. That's me. So I really had to come to the realization that everybody's walk of life is different. Everybody was raised different. Everybody's mentality is different. And it's like, you can't judge somebody for feeling like they're correct in the way that they live. You know what I mean? Because they got their own flaws and their own uniqueness and their own thought process and their own trial and errors and their own demons that I don't have, that I can't experience. So granted, I may not feel that way or I can't see it that way, but that doesn't mean that your way ain't right. It may not be right to me, but who am I to judge that you see it through that lens? You know what I'm trying to say? So really, 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 really be patient with others and understand that they are not you. You just have to always move the way you would move, and that comes back to the last point, being yourself. You gotta know what you want out of life, and you gotta do that. Stick to that. It doesn't matter what the next person's doing, whether it's your sister, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad. Y'all are not the same person. Granted, you grew up in the same household. You guys are family. You guys talk every day. But your dreams are not their dreams. Your aspirations and your images that come to your mind and your goals are not the same as everybody else's. So you can't judge anybody else for seeing stuff not the same way you see it. You feel what I'm trying to say? And it's very hard because it's like, you try to care for these people, and sometimes it doesn't even come from a judgy aspect. You just hold people to a certain standard because that's the standard you hold yourself. But then it's like when they fall short, you become disappointed, and people show you their true colors, and really it's like, a lot of the times people's true colors been there. We just paint a picture of them and we perceive them to be a certain way, and when they don't feel the way that we perceive them to be, we get disappointed and we start to judge and we start to be caught off guard. And it's like, really, we need to just start being patient and understand that everybody is different, and understand that other people can't expect you to live in their image of you, you know what I mean, and live in their perception of you, and live in their what they thought you were, or how the standards that they have for themselves, because that's not you. So don't box me in how you box yourself. The next thing 2019 taught me was take your time. Granted, life waits for nobody, and I don't mean, you know, procrastinate or just, you know, brush things off, but don't rush yourself. Don't rush yourself, because like I said, everybody is different. Everybody's momentum in life is different. Everybody's resources are different. So don't rush yourself and compare yourself to the next person because they have X, Y, and Z and you don't have it yet. Or that's what you want and somebody else has it and you don't, you know? Take your time with everything. Sit there and plan stuff out. Take your time and visualize what it is you want and map out how you are going to get there, the steps you're going to take, you know? Because we just rush, West, and it just, you dabble over here, you dabble over there, or you rush into a certain career, or you rush into a certain relationship, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 months later, a year later, 6 years later, you realize that this is not what I want to be doing, this is not where I want to be, this is not who I want to be with. But it's too late because you rushed in it and you put yourself so deeply in it. Now it's hard to take yourself back out. It's hard to renege, you know? So just take your time with things. Let yourself soak and think about the decisions you want to make, the people that you want to allow in your life, and the circumstances that you want to be in, the way you react, you know? Take your time. Take your time. You got this. 2019 also taught me that everybody is fake, honestly. Like, no matter the history, everybody is fake. And let me not say that everybody is fake. Let me just say that everybody has their own best interests. You know what I mean? And that goes back to being and living for yourself. At the end of the day, I'm going to repeat it. Nobody got you like you got you. And when it comes to when shit hits the fan, say we're about to get locked up, you're going to save yourself before you save me. And that's okay. But you just have to realize that people do not think like you. You have to realize that at the end of the day, the same way you should have yourself before anybody has you is how people are looking out for themselves before they're looking out for you. And so at the end of the day, it may come off as fake. And that's why I can sit here and say everybody is fake despite the history. But at the same time, is it them being fake or is it them worrying about themselves more than they're worried about you? And can you fault them for that? But then at the same time, if it's not in your best interest, then you have to learn when to let that go. Whether it's intentional that they're hurting you or not, or they're fucking you over or not, or they're being fake or not, you just gotta come to some type of, everybody is fake. So you gotta deal with people how you gotta deal with people and categorize them in their category. It doesn't mean that they're out to get you or, have malicious intent for you. I mean, some people do. But sometimes it's just people are so worried about themselves and consuming their lives. Their actions cause bad things to other people, and they don't know how their actions affect other people. And that's okay. And it comes off as fake, but you just have to know how to go about it. You got to move accordingly. Another big thing that 2019 taught me is that life is not fair. Like, so many things has happened to me in 2019 and I'm just still, wondering why? For what? Like, what type of karma? What exactly did I do? And how was this fair to me? I feel like I've been so good. I've been on track. I graduated and I've been working and I've been helping my mom and I've been out of trouble and just shit just seems to just always fucking happen. And that's exactly why I'm not big on, 2020 is going to be my year and this year, da. No, because some bullshit is always going to happen. If you think 2020 is going to be the best year of your life, granted, that may be true, but if you think that you're going to go through 2020 and no bullshit is going to happen to you, you're smoking dick. You know what I mean? If you think you're going to go to 2021 and no bad shit is going to happen and there's not going to be a trial and error and some obstacle that you gotta, or some drastic shit or some money problem, you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because life is not fair. Life is not fair. Life is literally the hardest thing to get through, and there's no rule book, and you just have to do your best and keep going and never give up. You see how all my points are tying into each other? You feel what I'm saying? You see how my points are tying? You see what I'm doing there? Life is not fair. It's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite of fair. It is unfair on purpose. It's a setup. It's the Hunger Games, honestly, and we're out here surviving. And it's like, are you going to survive? Or are you going to live? Or are you going to prosper? You got to figure it out. And I can't tell you because the way you live and the way you survive is not the same way that I live and I survive for me. And it's not the same way my mom does it or my sister or my best friend or whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same way Jay-Z and Beyonce live and survive. Everybody's just different. You feel what I'm saying? But you just got to take it, and whatever it means to you, you do. And that goes to my next point. Trust yourself. 2019 taught me to trust myself. You already have everything you need in life to succeed. You just have to apply it. You know what I mean? What they taught you in school, 9 times out of 10 you do not use. I only remember the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and that's for triangles. When do I use that in my life? In my career? No, I went to school for mass communications and Spanish. I went to be on TV. I went to be an influencer. I want to inspire the world. The Pythagorean theorem and mx plus b squared to the square root of 69 is not going to help me. You know what I mean? And a lot of shit that we learned in school is not to help, you know? But I know trusting my instincts, following my dreams, my gut feeling when I feel like something is right and something is wrong is all I need. That's all you need. If you feel like 2019 was the worst year that's ever happened to you and your life just sucks, good. You know why I would say good? Because you have survived. You're not dead yet. Your success rate for tackling and getting through those bad days is 100% because you're not fucking dead. You got you left. Even if you are broken on the side of the fucking street, God forbid, but if you're watching my video, just know that you have everything that you need to succeed because you've made it this far surviving. You're alive. Shit could be better, yes, but shit could also be so much worse. You could literally be dead, but you have survived every obstacle that's been your way, even the ones today at this moment in time. And maybe if your phone just died, boop, damn. You're going to charge that bitch back. You're going to figure out a way. You're going to make that shit happen. Listen, you have everything you need to succeed. You just need to find it, believe in it, trust it, and apply it. And I'm talking all this bullshit and ask me if I apply any of these things that I've learned. And yes, I've learned it, but have I applied it really? No, and that's probably why my life is still in shambles. But just like you, I am human, so I am learning. But I'm here to express myself to you all and give y'all what I feel like I wish I could have used. Would somebody tell me everything that I'm telling y'all, right? That brings me to my last point. Life isn't short. Like 2019 taught me like life isn't short. Like granted, anything could happen and you can die at any moment in time. But you could also live for so long if you live correctly. You know what I'm saying? So my point is life is not short, it is finite. So there is an end, but it doesn't have to be short. And life is what you make it. Literally. Granted, we're forced to go to kindergarten through 12th grade. Okay. Some of us are forced to go to the universities. Okay. Some of you are forced to go to wherever the fuck. Okay. You are religious and you're forced to go to church or whatever the case may be, okay. But outside of that, live your life. After you get through all of the things that are required of you, require some things of yourself. Promise yourself that you're going to live for you. Make life what you want it to be. Don't end up being 50, 45, 70 years old and you've just been doing the same thing and you're not happy with the people that you have in your life and the things that you're doing in your life, because it's your life and you have the control over that. But you just have to realize that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? And it sounds good. And it's so much easier said than done, believe you me, because I am still struggling. My nose is broken. Like, it's ridiculous. And this video has gone so far, way too long. But that's just my point, y'all. 2020, apply everything that you didn't apply in 2019. Everything that you learned in 2019, apply that shit in 2020. And your 2020 will be better than 2019. And I don't know if it's going to be the best year of your life, but I know if you apply everything that you learned, all the mistakes that you made, and you learn from those, and you don't repeat those same mistakes, and you make different ones just better with a clearer vision on what not to do, at least your 2020 is going to be 10 times better. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, the whole shebang. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you don't, hey, that's cool. Momo out. I love you guys. Bye, mamas and papas.